Hi guys, Debbie here. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today I've got a haul for you. Been a long time since you've seen one of those on my channel if you've been here before. But I'm going to be sharing with you everything that I bought in the Black Friday sales that I got in December and that I got for Christmas. Thought it might be fun so that you can see what products I've got and then maybe let me know what you want to see me use in the upcoming weeks and months, because I'm always open to suggestions from you guys. But I've got a lot to get through, so I think we should just jump straight into it. Okay, to kick off the haul then, I'm going to show you something you've seen already on my channel, and picked these kind of early December, I think, or around about the Black Friday time. And that's the Pantherine eyeshadow palette and the brush collection. These are the eye brushes, so you've got a range of brushes in there, from kind of your packing brushes to blending to pencil brushes, all sorts in there. Really nice quality. Really been enjoying these, been using them a lot. I also picked up the face brush set. Now these I've not used yet, so I can't comment on them. I'd still got them in the packaging, just sat in my kind of new makeup pile, and I hadn't used them yet. But there's some interesting shapes in there. You've got a blush brush, like an angled one, or you could use it for contour. This one's kind of a multitasker brush, I would say. I would use that for powder. There's what I would use as a highlight brush. I think that's perfect for highlight, but actually you've got two options. I think maybe you could use that for more structured contour, because you've also got this one, which would be a precise highlight brush for me, or even a nose contour brush. And then this one, I think you could probably use as an all-over powder brush, but it is quite a dense brush. So I think you could probably get away with using that for foundation as well. They are synthetic brushes, so cruelty-free and vegan synthetic, and really good quality. Totally recommend them. I know when I filmed that video using the Pantherine palette, you guys said you hadn't heard of Spectrum, and that really surprised me because I thought they were well known. So if you've not tried them, absolutely recommend them. And I bought off of their website. It was super easy, no issues with shipping or anything, and obviously you're in the UK, no customs either. So really good option if you're in the UK and you're looking for cruelty-free brushes. I also picked up the Pantherine palette, mainly because of the packaging. I'm not going to lie, I love an animal print. And I love orange eyeshadow. Wearing orange right now, but this isn't this palette. Something else coming up later that I used for this look. But this is the shades inside, kind of neutral leaning, orange warm tones. All sorts in here that you can do. I used to look using that rose gold shade there and some of the shades on this bottom row. But as I say, you could make this into a lot more of a neutral look. I just love the shape and size of it. The fact that you've got more mattes than shimmers, always a bonus in my book. So like the ratio there. And it's just super cute and small, and that always appeals to me. So really wanted that. I got the whole of that set, the brushes and the palette, 50% off. So what's not to like? We've got a palette from Revolution. Don't buy too much from Revolution, but I'd already bought the Nightmare Before Christmas Jack palette. Decided to get the Sally palette. I'm such a completionist, had to have it. I think as a collector it was just nice to have the set of both of them. The only thing that put me off initially was that I thought it was too neutral. When you get it in your hands, it's not at all. It's very berry toned actually, so there's quite a lot of warm tones in there and berry shades. There's a few more shimmers in this one than mattes. That's the only downside for my taste, but some really nice tones in there. And the quality was super nice for the Jack palette. There was a red matte in there called Sandy Claus, and I was so impressed with that I decided it was worth taking a chance on this one. They're inexpensive anyway, I think it was £15, so decided to get it to complete my Nightmare Before Christmas palette collection, and I'm super happy I did. So now we're moving on to what I got on Black Friday, and I went a bit ham on Black Friday, I have to say. There was things that I'd wanted for a long time, and when I can get them at a sale price, I'm always tempted. So the first of them is the Stone Vibes palette from Urban Decay. If you've been here before, you know I'm a collector of Urban Decay. I've got around about 30 of their palettes now, many of which are from the past. And so I really wanted this one when it first came out, but just thought it was a little bit pricey for what it was. So I picked it up I think I got it for 40% off in the Black Friday sales, and that's the palette, of course. I've used it once on my channel, so I'll link the video for that so that you can see my first thoughts on it. But really enjoyed the shimmers that I did use. I think it's quite a subtle palette. It's not in your face bam with those shimmers, but for what it is, I really enjoyed it. So I think for the £46 price tag, it was overpriced for what it was, but I think for what I paid for it, I'm really happy with it. Next up, I bought another palette from Peachy Queen. They had an amazing sale. They were like 60% off, 70% off. And when you're ordering from the US and you've got to factor in customs and shipping, to get things that you had your eye on for a while but at a bargain price, it just makes it like viable to continue with. So for me, I was so excited to see this one because it's one that I've wanted for a while. And that's the Pumpkin Spice palette. So not very seasonal now because we're in the winter, but I use my shadows all year round. I don't care if it's got a Christmas theme or whatever theme it has. And I love my warm kind of cozy tones, pumpkin spice tones that this is full of. So as soon as I saw that this one was on sale at a bargain price, I had to get it. It's got a shimmer black shade in it as well. And I've seen a tutorial using that black as like a shimmer wing, and that kind of sold it to me. So yeah, just can't wait to dip into this one. I think it's got some berry tones in there. It's got a lot of reds, it's got oranges, yellows. It's all the sort of shades that I gravitate towards. I've really enjoyed Peachy Queen's formula so far. All the palettes that I've tried, this will be the third one that I have from them, have been good. And as I say, they've got an amazing sale. They still have a couple of palettes with 60 or 70% off, depending on which palette that you're buying. So if you are interested in Peachy Queen, they do, as I say, reduce their products really well when they're coming to sort of the end of the time and they're going to be discontinuing them, which I think is the case with this one. Probably my most exciting thing that I've bought, there's a couple that are really exciting to me, and this one, I've wanted it for 2 years, no word of a lie. And even in the Black Friday sales, it still cost me an arm and a leg to get it here, but I'm so happy with it, guys. I've got this, the Christmas Morning palette from Give Me Glow. This will be the first time for me trying Give Me Glow, and I've not actually tried the palette yet, but I opened it and just like audibly gasped when I saw it. It's just beautiful. I don't think I'll be able to do it justice, like just turning it and showing you. I'll do a tutorial with it soon. As I say, I don't care that it's Christmas themed, it's just eyeshadow in my book, but the shimmers just look something else. Like, oh, it's just stunning. And this has got a true red in there, like the sort of red that I adore. It's got a beautiful green. I think this is their best selling palette, and I can really see why, because yeah, it's just perfect. You've got the neutrals in there, you've got greens and you've got reds. They're all the colours that I like the best. So the shipping's a lot, like $25 to the UK if you buy Give Me Glow, and you do get stung for the customs as well. So I think this ended up costing me about £55, but do I regret it? No. I'm so happy to have it. Can't wait to use it. Next up, I made an order from Colourpop, and they have fantastic sales for Black Friday. I think I got 25% off the whole order, and they're pretty affordable in any case. I'd only tried a couple of their eyeshadow palettes prior to getting this one. I've got the Child palette and I've got the Misunderstood palette. Was really impressed with those, so wanted to get some more of their shadows, but I didn't want to go down the route of getting these monochromatic palettes, and I know myself I'll end up collecting them all, so I decided to go for a bigger one, and I got the So Jaded, this one here, which was their collaboration with Kathleen Lights, or one of the many collaborations she's done with them. And I went for this one because I love jewel tones, and there's a lot of those in there, but it's mixed with neutrals, which I also like. There are 2 pressed glitters in there, but I think I would use those on my cheeks actually as like a bit of a glittery highlight. So I'm okay with there being just 2 of them out of the whole selection of colours in there. The pans are really small. The palette isn't nearly as big as you perhaps might think when you look at it. Like, you've got 30 shades, but it's nowhere near like the size of a Morphe palette, because generally it's not the number of shades that puts me off, it's the size and storing it. So, you know, this is a reasonable size to store, and I'm super happy that I've got it. I've done a video with it, I'll link that in the cards for you. In that video as well, you'll see this product in action. I bought one of the blushes from the Sailor Moon collection. This one's Cat's Eye. I love the lenticular packaging on the front, and it was the little cat imprint that really attracted me, and also it's like that corally coloured blush that I think suits me the best. I'm always drawn to these. Wanted this for a long time. It was never in stock for long enough for me to get it in my cart before, and the stars aligned. I was able to get So Jaded and get this at the same time, and one other thing that I'm going to show you. The last thing that I bought from them was this, which is the Dreamery Vault of Super Shock shadows. Now, the only Super Shock product I got was Flexitarian, which is a highlight. Was super impressed with that. Wanted to get into their Super Shock eyeshadows, just didn't know which to buy, and then I saw this, and it was already at a good bundle price. I think it was $38, but then had 25% off. So I was like, this is the time, I'm going to try them. So they're the shades inside. I'm not going to go through swatching them all or taking them all out, as this video will be super long, but I'm going to be using those a lot in future videos because I love the Super Shock formula and I want to use them before they dry out. I know they don't take too long before they start to dry out. You've probably got a year to use them, so I'm going to use them in rotation in my looks quite a lot. I think they're just a beautiful product and I'm so happy to have 9 of them to play with. I would say though, the thing that had me the most excited that I ordered on Black Friday was this. It's the Bronze Seduction Mothership palette from Pat McGrath Labs. I've wanted this for ages. I think it's the most beautiful of the palettes that she's brought out in this format. And as you guys know, Pat McGrath is expensive, so to get it in the sale for Black Friday, I just couldn't resist when I saw that. I got this from the Pat McGrath website, had no issues with it coming. I know some people have said they've had problems. Mine came really quickly. I got a really healthy discount on this. I paid 70 something, £78, something along those lines, which, you know, for Pat McGrath is really good. That's the packaging, of course. You all know what these come in. And then that's the shades inside. And I've already done a Get Ready With Me video. I think I did a Christmassy look with this palette and really enjoyed it. I'll link that video up in the cards if you want to see that one in action. Okay, next up I've got something else from Spectrum. I forgot this when I was showing you the Spectrum brushes, but I got this at a complete steal. So I've got this whole brush set. It's kind of in a reflective makeup bag. I'll take the brushes out and show you, but the entire brush set is normally £80 and I got it for £20 including the bag for everything. So incredible deal. I've not even taken the brushes out yet, but I'll be showing you these very soon in videos. But their brushes are generally the same brushes but with different kind of themes and the handles and the ferrules and the colours of the bristles themselves. So there's a whole collection in there of eye brushes and face brushes, and super happy to have them for such a bargain price. Okay, moving on, I made a very small order from Melt. When Melt have a sale, they do free shipping internationally, which makes it viable because you can order in small batches, is what I do. And so I just buy a couple of products to make sure I'm under the customs limit, and it makes them an absolute steal to get to the UK. So if you're looking at their bullet lipsticks, for example, that's what I picked up and I got it for $5. You pay £14 I think on Beauty Bay for these. So definitely my top tip if you're looking for Melt is to wait for their sales and get them from the Melt site. The lipstick that I picked up was one of the bullet ones. I'm kind of on a mission to get them all. This is the 14th one that I own from them now. And this one's in the shade Novelty. It's like a cool tone mauvey kind of colour. Super flattering, really pretty. Their matte lipsticks are kind of drying, but I love the scent of them. They're like that candy scent to them. Because they're a bit of a drier formula, they stick around for a bit longer. And I just think the range of colours are interesting. I'm always looking for an interesting tone to a nude if it is nude, but I'm not really into nude lipsticks so much, and I'm looking for, I don't know, your blues, your purples, your, I don't know, just different kind of toned lipsticks, and they definitely tick the box for that. I also bought something that I kind of regret now it's here. I thought it was going to be great when I saw it on the site. So I picked up this, and it's a container that houses the stacks. And it would be great, but it's metal and it's practically impossible to open. I can imagine like shattering all of the shades if I'm not careful. But you've got kind of just magnetic areas to put each of the pans from the stacks. And then you've got a bit of foam in the middle. And then if you drop that foam out, you've got another set of those. I think they'll be okay, like if I wanted to do a tutorial with you guys and I don't want to have all of the stack all over like my beauty table, I can pop them in here and just hold them up and say I'm going to use this shade, going to use this shade, and it'll be easy for that. But I think for what I wanted it for was to keep them in there all the time, and perhaps, you know, if travel ever becomes a thing again, yeah, maybe, then I was going to travel with this, and I don't know if I'd be comfortable trying to open it and whether I would end up like with them all popping out because it's so difficult to open. So I only paid $7 for it, so it's not the end of the world, but it's not kind of as luxe and nice as I expected it would have been. I think it's normally $28. Definitely don't pay that for it, is my advice. But yeah, I think I'll get some use out of it. Next up, we've got another product from Melt. I made a separate order because this product tempted me. It's one of their blush lights, and I've tried their digital dust highlights, but never the blush lights, which the blush lights are like a sort of glowy blush formula. And it was the colour that got me. It's called Fire Fury, and yeah, it looks scary, doesn't it? But it is so gorgeous. I've used this in a video. I will link as many of the videos as I can where I've used these products, but I focused it very much on the high points here and kind of around my temples, and then just layered a bit of a highlight over the top to kind of take down the shade a tad. It is super pigmented. I think it would be gorgeous on a deeper skin tone, but I just love these kind of deep colour blushes. I don't know why I keep doing it to myself because they're really hard to work with on a pale skin tone like mine, but I just think it's stunning and such a nice formula. So that's everything I got from Melt on Black Friday, and we're almost at the end of what I got on Black Friday. You see, I told you I went ham, I got a lot of things, but one of the things I'm really excited about is that I got this. So it's from Anastasia, and they were doing a promotion where you could order 2 of their palettes and get this glittery packaging for free. And I thought it would look lovely in the background of my beauty room. It normally sits up there on the shelf since I've redone my background. And you've got drawers that pull out, and then the palettes are inside. And the 2 I decided to get were the Jackie Aina palette and the Kali Bible palette. Now I've got 8 Anastasia palettes in this shape and size already, so now makes 10, and I've wanted these 2 for a long time, kind of to complete my collection. Once I bought the Amrezy out and it was a different size, I kind of got over my completionist thing for these palettes, but really wanted to add these 2 to my collection, and particularly the Jackie Aina one. I just think it's so beautiful. Again, it's got the deep tones that I favour. It's got some neutrals in there and some reds and purples. I think it's a perfect colour story for me, and yeah, really happy to have it. The packaging on this one as well is just gorgeous. And then the Kali Bible was kind of like my least kind of one that I was drawn to because it is quite pale, and I didn't know how much I would use it and whether it'd add anything unique to my collection. And it's one of these that when you see it being used by other people, you know, in videos, or you see pictures of it, it just doesn't do it justice at all because it's super pretty. So you've got some reds in there, as I've said before, I love red, but a lot of it is very neutral and kind of washes of colour, I thought. But then when you see the shimmers, I've got to use this on camera so you can see, but they're really special. They remind me a lot of the Sigma Enchanted palette, and at the time I was kind of tossing up the 2 in which I wanted. Yeah, so I'm super happy to have those in my collection. It was such a great deal as well because not only did you get that packaging, but you got to choose from a selection of brushes and got the brush free as well. So I went for the number 18, which is a concealer brush, and that's that one. I've used it once to create a cut crease. Really like it because it's super precise on the top and it almost does the work for you. You can just sort of pat and get that cut crease kind of shape. So really impressed with the brush. There was dearer brushes on the site that you could have gone for. There was face brushes, but I'd had my eye on this brush for a while and I just wanted to try Anastasia brushes. So to get everything together, I think it was buy one palette, get the second half price, with the container and the brush free. So amazing deal, so super happy to have those, as I say. So now we're sort of moving out of Black Friday and just things that I bought, and there wasn't too much that was tempting me outside of the sale purchases. You know, I've spent so much on the sale already, so I was trying to rein things back a bit in December, but I did get tempted by these. I bought the Lethal Cosmetics gel liners. There was 4 in the new collection, the Velvet Dust collection. I decided to go for the red, which is the shade Q, and that's what that one looks like. I also got the shade Phase, which is this one, which is more of a purpley tone, like an aubergine colour, and that's that one. Lethal Cosmetics have amazing gel liners. I think they're the best on the market, quite honestly. I'm really into my wing liner, as you guys might know. These are creamy enough to do wing liner with, but where they excel is in the waterline. You'll put these in your waterliner and you cannot get them out. Like, you'll still be rocking the same colour the next day. They're so long wearing, so waterproof, but so fluid as well. They're just really easy to use. I think the packaging's really nice. It's glass that you're getting, it's not plastic packaging. Yeah, I just think they're an incredible product for a really good value. So if you've not tried them and you are looking to buy a gel liner, there's a whole range of colours. I think I've got pretty much all of them. I'm missing 2. I think there's probably about 14, 15 shades in the range now. So there's something for everyone, from neon bright shades that are UV reflective. There's a black, there's a white, and then there's, as I say, some more deeper tones and grungy tones as well. So as I say, highly recommend them. Lethal Cosmetics are an amazing brand with fantastic products. Also in December, I decided to pull the trigger on something that I've wanted for the longest time, and that was to get the Sweet Shop palettes from BH Cosmetics. So I picked up the Orange Sorbet, and that's what that one looks like. I got the Cherry on top, that's that one. I got the Pistachio, which is probably the most hyped of the bunch, and that's what that one looks like. And last but not least, I got the Bubblegum as well. And that's what that one looks like. I didn't manage to pick up the Cotton Candy, and I wasn't looking to get the Sugar Cone because it's neutrals. So yeah, so I've got 4 out of the 6 of that range. I've already filmed with the Orange Sorbet. Not sure if that video has gone up yet or not, whether this one's going up first, but if it's not up yet, it'll be going up very soon if you want to see how I created this look with that palette. Also in that order, decided to pick up the Avocado Toast palette. And I could have got this one off Beauty Bay. I couldn't get the others on Beauty Bay because they're not available there. I could have got this one, but it just worked out better to get me over the shipping level to go for this one from their site. So that's the colours in it. And I decided it was different enough from the Pistachio to make it worth the purchase. I really got on well with the Blueberry Muffin palette, and so I wanted the kind of matching one, but the green version from that brunch collection. So yeah, haven't tried it yet, but super excited to do so very soon. Next up, I'll show you what I got for Christmas that's makeup or beauty related. So one of my friends bought me some No. 7 skincare. I've talked a lot about how much I like No. 7 makeup, so never tried their skincare though. She got me some face masks. I've never tried a face mask. These are sheet masks, so I have to have a go at those. I've just never ventured into them. I'm not really a skincare girl, as you probably know. I spend all of my money on makeup, so it's nice to have the chance to try some skincare. She also got me the No. 7 Glow Your Own Way kit, so this kit here, and there's a lot of stuff in there. This is all the product in there, so there's cleansers and moisturisers, all sorts of things in there to try. There's a hydration mask in there, there's a hot cloth cleanser, and there's a hot cloth to go with it. That sounds super intriguing to me. We've got a water surge gel, that sounds interesting, like a gel moisturiser, an overnight recovery gel cream, and a revitalising daily face polish. So all about the glow, and I'm very much into the glowy look, so yeah, really excited to try these. So moving on though, I've got some more skincare, and this was from my mum for Christmas. I did ask her for it because I've been so impressed with LMS, but I got the Elemis Pro Collagen Stars of the Show. It's huge. It's everything pretty much from the Pro Collagen range, and I've been using the Pro Collagen Marine Cream for around about 6 months, and it's made so much difference to my skin. It's diminished some of those lines. I mean, you know, I'm 52, they're going to be there, it's part of aging, but it's definitely given a more plump appearance to my skin and made me less conscious of those cracks and crevices that are starting to appear. So I wanted to try and get more into skincare, but these are super expensive products. But when they package them into these collections like this, you're getting, I think it was £400 worth of product for £225. But then on Debenhams they had 20 or 25% off. So I asked Mum if she would be kind enough to get me that for Christmas. She always spoils me at Christmas, and she did. And not only that, she got me a couple of other things as well. So I was truly spoiled, but I'll show you what's in here. It comes in a vanity case, which is amazing. So you've got something to keep it in. And inside are all the products. As I say, I've not unpacked everything and started using it yet. I know what's in here, but I'll unpack it and show you. So there's a cloth in there, it's wrapped up, but it's like a face cloth. You've also got a serum elixir, that's what that is there, and you've got a primer. So really excited to try that, because I don't really prime my skin, but I think a primer with kind of anti-aging benefits could be nice. And as I say, I've had a lot of good experience with these products so far that I've tried. Then you've got a super enormous Pro Collagen Marine Cream. So this is the one I'm currently using that I bought myself, and this is the one that's in this set. It's huge. It's 100 mils, and I think this on its own is worth the price of the whole collection. So as I say, at Christmas time when they do these collections, it's a fantastic time to stock up on skincare, particularly ranges like this that are so expensive. But that's the Marine Cream, 100 mils of that. So I've got a 30 ml of the Overnight Matrix, so an overnight cream. I haven't used it yet. I really need to. It's not going to do me any good when it's sitting in here, is it? I really need to start using these things. It's now the 9th of January and I've not tried any of these yet. But you've got the Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. This I have tried before and I do use. I've got one on the go at the moment that I bought myself, but it's nice to have an additional one of these. It really melts your makeup, but it's got that spa smell. That's what I love about it. So you kind of like massage it all over your face like a really thick gel, and then you wash it off with like a hot flannel, and leaves your skin feeling super soft. It's a really, really nice product. They do it in a rose kind of fragrance as well, but this is just the ordinary one, and there's 50 grams of that. And then last but not least, you've got a really big 15 mils size of the eye mask, and I've used that before as well, and it definitely helps with those kind of crow's feet lines that we all get as we age. So as I say, a super great value set, and I think they're still available. I think you can still get these, so probably not with the 25% off discount, but they're still around, I think. Or they do smaller versions where they're just creating like gift sets with just 2 or 3 of the products. But as I say, I knew I was going to be going on a no-buy in 2021. Skincare is hellishly expensive, and particularly Elemis skincare. And I know that a 30 ml of the Marine Cream will last me around about 2 to 3 months. I've got a 50 ml that I'd already started, but having the 100 ml as well, plus all these other products to try, I'm pretty much covered for skincare. And it saves me having to worry about breaking my no-buy for that in 2021. So really happy to have these. Not only did she get me all that skincare, but she also treated me to this, which is the Pat McGrath Labs Celestial Divinity Mega Palette. Now, I didn't get this when it first came out. I decided to get the Luxe Quads instead, but I kind of always thought about it. So basically what happened is I said to her, can you either get me the palette or get me the skincare, because I wasn't sure how much she wanted to spend, and she got them both. So I'm super spoiled and I know that. But that's the shades inside. I'm sure you've seen this all over YouTube. It was very hyped when it came out. The reason I didn't pick it up at the time is because it didn't have like the special formulas in it. It's more just her traditional shimmers, but the colours are stunning in here, and just to have more of her shades. There are a couple of duochromes in there. I think I'm going to get on really well with this, and there's so many looks I want to create with it, so really excited about this. She also, nothing to do with makeup or skincare, bought me the microphone that I'm using now, which is the Deity D3 Pro, in case you're a YouTuber and you're wondering what I've upgraded to. It was £200 and she gave me £200 to buy it. So yeah, I'm so grateful, because I think it's made the world of difference to my audio, and yeah, I'm really loving this microphone. So that concludes everything I got for Christmas, and I've only got a couple more things to show you, and they're things that I bought between Christmas and New Year. And one of them is kind of a little bit of a regret, but I will use some of it. So I'll just show you it. It's the Super Beauty Magic and Ecstasy palette, and I got it because I didn't think that the glittery shades were going to be kind of gritty, pressed glitter kind of formula. So I'll show you the inside. It's so gorgeous. I mean, it's beautiful to look at. But all of these shades, these 5 are pressed glitters. Now, as you know, if you've been here before, I'm terrified of glitter. I did get a speck of glitter on my eyeball once and it caused a blister, and it just terrified me after that. And I've just really not used glitter on my eyeballs ever since, or on my eyelids. It shouldn't be going in your eyeball, should it? But that's what happened. And so I've just not bought it. But I love how it looks. But I won't be using these on my eyes. But what I thought it was going to be, and what made me decide to buy it, is I've got the Hypercolour palette. And in there, there's 4 topper shades, these shades here. And they're kind of almost like a Super Shock formula. They're like creamy, but with kind of really micro sparkles of glitter suspended in there. But they don't feel gritty at all. You don't feel that there's anything going to go into your eyes, and they're super dimensional and reflective. They're a bit of a bitch to work with because you've got to use your fingers to apply them, which isn't my preference, but the overall effect is incredible. And also the mattes in here are amazing. So I couldn't find any reviews really on the Magic and Ecstasy, so I decided to take the risk and see whether these glittery shades were going to be the same formula as in the Hypercolour, but they're not. They're, as I say, they are glitters, they're pressed glitters, but what I'll use them for is a bit more of an editorial kind of look. I'll probably use them on my cheeks and, you know, for more fantasy kind of looks for Halloween, that kind of thing. I can't see me using them on my eyes. I might be brave enough to put them sort of in this area of my eye so that you can wipe them away when you're trying to get rid of them, because what scares me about glitter, as I say, is it getting in my eyes, and it is really difficult to remove. But not too sad though, because I've still got 7 shades that I can use, and I love the matte formula from Suva. And they're tones that I don't have from them in this palette. So, and also you've got a really good black and a white. I've swatched these out and they're really good. So all is not lost. I paid £25 for this because I did get a discount on Beauty Bay at the time when it was released. So I think, you know, I'm still going to get enough use out of it. I mean, let's be real, I've got over 200 palettes. I don't use all of them all the time anyway, and some of them I've only used 1 or 2 shades out of, so I will get some use out of this, but it probably wasn't my smartest buy, if I'm honest with you. Okay, so we've got one thing left, and I think I've saved one of the best till last. It's something I've wanted for the longest time. I've wanted to try this brand forever. There's only one palette from them I was interested in, and it's this one. It's the Glamlight Cake palette. I just really can't get on board with the food theme for things like burgers and pizzas, savoury food in makeup. I'm not so sure about that. But I really wanted the cake palette. I love the packaging, the cake oven, and then the palette's inside there. And I'm going to keep that packaging because I'm such a packaging person. But that's the palette, and it is massive. But that's the palette, guys. Sure, you've seen it before. Lots of people have done reviews on this and say that it's their favourite rainbow palette. I've got 1 or 2 rainbow palettes in my collection, not going to lie, but I really wanted to try Glamlight's formula. The shimmers look gorgeous in here. There's some beautiful purple tones. Love all of this section up here in particular, but the shades are so beautiful. I think for spring and summer this is going to get a lot of use, and I'm really excited to try the Glamlight formula because I hear nothing but amazing reviews on it. So I'm kind of done though. I don't think I need like hundreds of Glamlight palettes with, as I say, burger, pizza, taco themes, but really just wanted to own this palette, and happy that I now have it in my collection. So that's it, guys. That's everything I bought on the Black Friday sales in December and everything I got for Christmas. It's a pretty massive haul, but it's going to be the last one for a while, as I say, because I'm on a no-buy for 2021 pretty much. Might buy the odd thing here and there, but I'm pretty much trying to keep it to as little as possible throughout the whole year. So I wanted to show you what I've recently acquired so that you can perhaps help me out. Let me know what you want to see upcoming on my channel next. I haven't got a set filming schedule down yet, so I'm happy to take your thoughts into consideration and prioritise the things that you want to see first. So please do let me know. If you're new to my channel, thank you for popping over, and I hope you might consider subscribing before you go. But other than that, guys, as I say, thanks for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.